in some ways, the entrepreneurial ecosystem is buffered from the larger business cycles because, our cycles are really long, especially early stage investing. We invest in companies like Airbnb. Airbnb was a 2009 company at YC, and they didn't go public until, as you know, the end of last year, 11 years after completing the Y Combinator program. So it's really a long-term view, and the outcomes of successful entrepreneurship are such that an interest rate change of a few percentage points won't make that big a difference. That doesn't mean, of course, that venture capital is always available to the same extent. And when it's not, the competition gets more fierce for those dollars. But that competition goes both ways. It's a competition by startups for the venture dollar, but it's also a competition for the venture dollar for the best startups. And so I think there's this synergy, this positive feedback loop that kind of blasts through cycles.
If you're not concerned about interest rates, do you have any fears around the route to exit? For instance, at the moment, there's a ton of options from a normal IPO to a direct listing or even a SPAC, a blank check company. But we know the IPO window can be somewhat volatile. You need to really capture the right moment if you're to really seize the biggest returns for shareholders. So are you more concerned about what happens to the health of the IPO market from here?
I am, for the most part, an early stage startup investor, and what I try to focus on is helping great founders create great companies. And that's value that's durable over time. If people have different ways of capitalizing those startup companies when they become big companies, I'm indifferent to it. I do think that the IPO market has changed a lot. SPACs are different than they were in the past. These opportunities to join the public market in a slightly different way. I think that's all good creativity. But in the end, if these companies are creating great long-term opportunities, great long-term cash flows, which is what companies need to do to survive, how they actually join the public markets, I'm indifferent. Doesn't matter.